All right, Akeem.
All right, I'm on.
So, talking about pretty much your story. Who are you? Who is Akeem Supreme? When somebody don't know exactly who you are, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you introduce yourself? Elevator pitch and go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Pain for the glory and always that chicken. One thing about me is passion, man. I love what I do. I love expressing what I do to people. I love pushing people past their limits. I love doing any type of physical labor. You know what I'm saying? If it's creative and it's going to help me get to what I need to get it done, I love to do it. You know, and it just happens to be fitness in every type, in every fashion. You know, if I'm in a sauna, I'm in here like, yeah, let's enjoy it. I really believe in, pushing your body in any physical level is going to really generate to anything else in your life. If it's business, if it's mentality, if it's just mindset, I can hang in there a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? And loving and what it does for the body, what it does for your clarity, what it does for, I think, I find people that say that, I'm getting old, make yourself get old, being in the mentality I'm young until I'm not young. I'm young forever. You continue to move, feel good, you're going to be great. I think that explains half of it. And then there's another thing too, is just how much can you endure? How much pain can you endure? And the pain that I inflict on my body, what could the world ever do to me? That's the mentality, If I could push myself in this small measurement of time, what could the world ever do to me? And I live for that. I live to push people, live to have people have fun while doing what they love.
Getting to that type of mentality, would you necessarily say that it is, and of course the people would more so say it's stigma, like you got to go through something to be able to get into that type of mind frame, but would you say it's experiences that got you there?
I think experiences, a lot of alone time, a lot of self-reflection, a lot of times where, when I first started, calisthenics wasn't popular, say when I started. People were doing it, they probably thought I was weird at one point, but I don't care what other people think. I did it because it made me feel good. It was a way for me to have an outlet. That was my therapy. My time spent at night doing pull-ups, 12 o'clock at night in the park where nobody's at right now, because everybody's either in the club or in the corner. I'm in here getting my mind right, getting my mentality right, getting my understanding of this makes me feel good. It doesn't hurt anyone. I'm going to do it. It helps me alleviate, stress. It helps me manage my, at that time, heavy anger. It helped me to be more expressive about myself in the midst of building myself.
Okay. What would be some advice that you would, or some gems that you would drop for those that are basically looking for an outlet? You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily always got to be fitness, but just looking for an outlet to be able to get into that mind frame like that.
I think it just try something new, try something uncomfortable, get with somebody who knows what they're doing, get with somebody who's passionate about what they do, because there's another thing just doing something for money, which is okay, but when you love it, it hits a little different. It ain't about the dollar amount. It's about the time spent and having the energy to learn what you're learning the right way, so you can make sure that you have a great foundation and you're building on a stack of solid ground rather than just weak soil. This is something that you can lock in and you can put it in any sport or any type of workout that you could think of.
Cool. I appreciate you, Akeem.
I appreciate you. And yo, Coco, please start telling the world about yourself. You're an amazing person. I love your energy. I love your creativity. I love that hustle mentality. I don't know where you got it from. It may not have been Jersey, but it was definitely from something that you cut out of from. And respect to you, respect to the Houston city, respect to anybody that show love for nothing. You get what I'm saying? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yo, what's going on? I'm here with my boy
Akeem Supreme for the glory. Yeah!
Glory. Okay, what brings you to Houston, man?
Man, it took too long to get here. Always thought about coming out here, not only just for the content purposes. I think more so just in seeing how the environment is, see what the temperature, enjoying this beautiful heat. Almost feel like Miami anywhere else, but I just tap in with a couple of my boys, my man here, what we're doing, Ken. And just see, a couple of these gyms that's out here, a little different from New York. So I wanted to see what's up. I'm trying to take over every neighborhood as much as possible. You get me?
So we see you on YouTube, Instagram.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of calisthenics.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's where I started from. Okay. Anytime anybody seen me, understood. If you go before the bodybuilding, I was doing calisthenics.
Okay.
I just got bored at that point because I was facing the same component. Okay. No, I'm sorry. opponents.
Yep.
And I was like, challenge myself. You have a good physique. You think you look good, right? Go on stage when you see everybody else look good.
Yeah, everybody on point.
Exactly. And I think that's the challenge for me is always seeing if there's great people there, I want to see where I'm at and where I land in that space. And not only that, can you really ride it out, because it's not like calisthenics. I could just jump, do the pull-ups. You have to do dieting. I had to learn that, eating a certain way, being consistent, and then making sure that I couldn't treat it like calisthenics. I could be outside in the park 4 or 5 hours.
You got to get
bodybuilding is 45 minutes, and I had to be on a timer and making sure I'm consistent with my meals. So when I started seeing the difference, I was like, nah, this is where I need to be.
Okay.
But and learning the sport, there's a lot of things that most people don't tell you about. So you have to learn it on your own. So, took a little break, went back to more calisthenics because I seen that it appealed to a lot more than the bodybuilding.
Right.
Because I would show a lot of my bodybuilding stuff. It would do numbers, but I seen that a lot of people didn't identify it.
On some realistic stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't care about that, but then I started to realize if you want your numbers to grow, you got to see what the people are looking for, in your craft.
Okay.
They didn't really see the bodybuilding as something they wanted to see.
Right,
they wanted to see the outside work, the things that didn't take a gym. Or if they're in the gym, they could do something that's a little different.
Okay. So what part of New York?
I mean, I'm born and raised in the Bronx.
Okay.
I live in Harlem now.
Okay.
But I move around. I don't stay in one place.
Okay.
I don't even have a home gym.
Okay.
I go to different places, and I tap in different areas because I believe certain gyms have a certain energy. We don't have that where I'm at, but I do tap in different gyms.
Okay.
And if it's iron, I love it. And if not that, if I can't get to anywhere else, I do the park as well. Because I want to show them not only that I still love calisthenics, but trying the different things and play around with things that's gonna make me better.
Okay. So what you got wrapped around your neck? What's going on?
Oh, right here, these are the Supreme bands, man. This was in the making for a couple of years, but just not finding the right material.
Okay.
At first, I was getting a lot of different pieces from China.
Wait, you making them yourself?
Make them in the crib.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Trying something new, and I said at the end of the day, if I just like it, that's okay.
Yeah.
And just presenting it to the world and just seeing the feedback.
Okay.
A lot of people responding to it. A lot of people enjoy it. I didn't have no bad, word from it, so I'm glad about that. But just making it. In the beginning, I made it really heavy for a lot of different reasons because I'm strong. Yeah. And having the mindset that, some people at least get a couple of reps. A lot of people couldn't. So I started making it lighter bands for people, the norms. Right. The people that just want to get a quick workout.
Intermediate.
Exactly. And I mean it so you can get a lot of repetition out of it. So a lot of people that draws to my page is a lot of athletes who are just doing a lot of body weight. Right. So I started making things that can appeal for that. And if you are bodybuilding, you backstage, you can never have enough bands. It's lightweight, easy to travel, and you can't make no excuses. Right. It hits almost every muscle group that you could think of outside of quads, I'd say.
Okay.
I'm still working on movements that can work with quads, but outside of that, and it teaches you how to engage your core through all the movements. I think that's the biggest key in a lot of my movements is bracing your core. A lot of people do a lot of different movements without bracing the core, and
working
I think that
indirectly, right?
It can hurt you.
Right. So, all that chicken, what that mean?
All that chicken. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm from New York where, we identify chicken as like money, currency.
Okay.
So I say all that chicken all the time and then currency of fitness. Okay. So we deposit it at every time. Okay. All that chicken. We get into it. We get into the money. We get into our goals. And now, I know it's just stuck. So every time I go into a little rant, I got to mention the chicken, And then we make merch. If you don't like it, we still wearing it. I'm sorry. Yeah. So all that chicken for the pain. I brung that out. A lot of people are starting to use it a lot now in New York, pain parties and stuff like that. Disrespect to what they doing, but we started it here, man, for the pain, for the glory, and always that chicken. Fight!
Right.
I mean, I have a bunch of sayings, but they all mean something, saying something to me, and I present it to the world. If they like it, great. If they don't, we still doing it.
That's what's up. So, what's next on the menu, man? What you got going?
Man, I just want to connect with more people that's, like-minded, different ideas, different, equipment. And I'm always coming up with something more innovative to add to my arsenal of equipment, going back into different things, finding my love again for, bodybuilding.
So you're getting back on stage?
Not sure.
He said it. He said it.
I can't say that just now because I don't want to lie to anybody. I want to make sure I really commit to it. Because a lot of times people say that, and then they give you half-ass work. Yeah. If I'm not going up there to just say I'm here to win, it's a waste of my time. Right. I want to make sure I'm going in the direction of, set shows and things like that. A lot of times I was winging it for a lot of different things,
Shit, winging it and winning.
Exactly.
That's crazy, though.
I mean, it's crazy, but at the same time, I did put in the work. But
that's your lifestyle for you though.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
You just come in.
Yeah, but it's another thing too is I'm naturally lean. It's a little bit easier. I'm not saying it's the easiest because everybody got to deal with the body type they have, but the eating consistently that was the hardest part, but the most challenging because it made me stick to what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing too, I don't want to embarrass myself. Can't talk crazy, then you get on stage. Yo, what happened? I don't want to have those discussions, so I always make sure I prepare my mind, understand your schedule. But you know, at the same time too, you lose a lot of money in the midst of competing. Because you have to put a lot of detail and time to yourself that I think it's a little bit, you know, what would you say the word is? Selfish.
And it's not worth it.
I can't say it's not worth it because the money is more now. It's a lot more money involved.
It's still, I don't feel like it's still,
but I think it sometimes inspires other people. I've seen my cardio videos to get to the Olympia was more important than getting to Olympia because I've seen more people be touched by that than it was about me being on stage.
I got a lot of people asking, "Oh, what's the money?" They getting into it because they think
it's so crazy.
Money.
And
that money, that prize ain't shit.
That money definitely ain't it. But it's another thing too. I like
depending on the show. Now, right, they're going out overseas now, right?
Yeah, I heard that last ticket was what, 60?
Yeah. So
60 pieces? I'll take that.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah,
that's chicken.
I'll definitely get to that chicken. You know, if they even doing something half than that, I think that'll be something that's needed. It would make sense.
You got shows that's doing 2,500, 1,800 prize. That's food.
That's definitely a fact. Because then you got to think of it too. The food, the body, you know. Because another thing too, a lot of people don't understand. You need tissue work when you start to go crazy like that. You know, I mean, checking your gut. A lot of times, gut health it can stop you in your performance and how you training, your sleep. A lot of different things that apply to a lot of athletes that they probably don't even know that they're missing out on. Because I didn't do deep tissue work until maybe my 4th year. Okay. You get what I'm saying? I didn't know I need to be doing scraping, cupping. And when I learned about cupping, game changer. Okay. Oh my God. Because a lot of times too, I used to have a lot of, like, if you see now, like, because I don't really hit upper checks too much. If I don't do cupping for my upper pecs, I don't get good circulation, so I don't get that much pump. Okay. So when I started cupping my upper pecs, I started getting a lot more blood flow. Okay. It started bringing out my chest a lot more. I was able to see a lot more out of my physique rather than just keep on going hard on just incline and then get no activation in my upper pec.
You give y'all a cheat code, man.
That is a cheat code, but I mean, it took a lot more outside of that, but just that in itself, I just seen so much more activation, development in my upper pec.
Okay, that's a bet, man. Yeah. Well, tell the people where they can find you at.
You already know, man. You can check me out on IG. You can check me out on YouTube. It's Akeem Supreme. Keep it simple. I think on YouTube it's Akeem Supreme 1. Check me out. You know my story. And, you know, having a good time, meeting good people, you know, and jumping into some battles here and there just in case somebody call you out. But we're going to do it for the chicken this time.
I saw that. We saw that on YouTube.
Yeah, that was funny, man. Just remember that at the end of the day, yo, somebody out there working out and training too. I know that. I always remember that because at the end of the day, I was hungry. I was just waiting for somebody to give me somebody to talk crazy because I love that. That makes me excited. But talking against somebody who is actually an athlete because a lot of people started popping up. Yo, I'm next. Who are you?
Waste of time.
What's your name? You get what I'm saying? And then half them be like 130 pounds. Yeah. Come on, man. Eat something, then holler at me. You get what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Well, great having you, dog.
Appreciate you having me, bro. Dope.